This time on Classic Motorcycle A to Z, it's the letter I. So I'm going to be spending the next couple of months on a major adventure. This doesn't mean we're going to leave you without content though. We're putting together a series of videos which we're calling Classic Motorcycle A to Z. So basically we're going to run through the alphabet and give some history and information about various classic motorcycle companies as we go. The India motorcycle brand was originally a name owned by the Hendy Motorcycle Company, at least that was its original name, and was produced from 1901 in Springfield, Massachusetts. Hendy itself had begun with the production of bicycles from 1897 onwards. In 1900, George Hendy formed a partnership with Oscar Hedstrom, and together they would build 3 prototype motorcycles, before building their first production engine. This was a single cylinder of 1.75 horsepower. And would be fitted to the first Indian motorcycles in 1901. In 1905 came their first V-twin, a competition model, but this was quickly followed by a road-going version in 1907. And just like the parallel twin would do for the British industry many years later, the V-twin would change American motorcycling forever, with all the major brands racing to produce their own, including of course Harley-Davidson. Perhaps Indian's best known rider was Cannonball Baker, who would set a record in 1914 for riding across America, completing the journey from San Diego to New York in just 11 days, 12 hours and 10 minutes. Baker's mount in subsequent years was the Power Plus, a side-valve V-twin with a 61 cubic inch or 1000cc engine introduced in 1916. But the company would suffer badly in the Great Depression, and poor management during World War II would result in a major loss of market share. And unlike Harley-Davidson, there would never be an overhead valve road-going V-twin. Instead, a 400cc British-style parallel twin was built, but the company lacked the funds to properly develop the machine, and with money tied, quality control would be non-existent. Other attempts to keep the name going would use Royal Enfield's big twins, rebadged as Indians. Perhaps the best known attempt to revive the name in the 60s would be Floyd Climer's Indian Velos, a project stalled by Climer's death. In the early 2000s came further unsuccessful attempts to re-establish the name. Until that is, the company was picked up by Polaris, a company better known for its snowmobiles. They would develop a completely new range of engines for the machines, which did a pretty good job of looking rather like Indian's original side valvers. This would be followed by the Scout with a much more contemporary look, and then the FTR, which is, in every sense of the word, a contemporary motorcycle. And a very beautiful one, I think. And there's no doubt Polaris have put a great deal of money into the Indian project, and it does seem to be bearing some success. They've developed a range of American motorcycles that are truly individual and truly different. Not a Harley look-alike or a Harley copy, but something with a character and a style of its own. Ivy motorcycles were produced between 1907 and 1934 in Birmingham, and it was run by various members of the Newman family. Ivy during the course of their history built around 6,000 motorcycles of various sizes, using mostly proprietary engines from Precision and JAP. But the company would also build their own engines of 225 and 296cc's, with the company also making its own front forks, carburetors and even sidecars. The Ivy Popular was produced from 1924 and featured the company's own 2-stroke engine of 350cc's and was powerful enough for Ivy to claim a top speed of around 55 miles an hour. And while the engine specification may seem very basic by modern standards, it was in fact entered by Ivy into the Junior TT. ITOM, or Industria Torinese Meccanica, was founded in Turin in 1944. The company is best known for its 2-stroke engines of 50 or 65cc's, which were developed by former fighter pilot Giuseppe Spotto. And these powerful and effective little engines would prove to be extremely competitive in 50cc racing, something which had become very popular in the years after World War II, with one such model being used by Beryl Swain, as she became the first woman to compete in the TT in the solo class. In later years the company would be less successful and would replace their in-house power unit with Franco Minarelli engines and Zundap units in 1973. The Reverend R.H. Davies, better known as Ixion, was a popular motorcycle journalist in the pioneer years. However, the Ixion Motorcycle Company was not directly related to him at all, and produced motorcycles between 1910 and 1923. The company was relatively short-lived, but produced a range of machines with Villiers and Precision engines from their factory in Smevik. Now, in case you're thinking that you're actually suffering with deja vu and we're looking at the same bike again, well, actually we are. That's because this machine is actually produced by Italjet in Italy and not Indian at all. Italjet was founded in Bologna in 1960 by Leopoldo Tartarini. Initially the company had made lightweight machines which were rebadged as Indians by Floyd Clymer for the US market. However, when Floyd Clymer saw the Italjet Griffon, a machine powered by a Triumph Bonneville 650 engine, fitted into a thoroughly modern chassis of Italjet's own design, he quickly realised the sales potential of this engine if he could source a proprietary engine. And so he struck a deal which would see this beautiful street scrambler being built in essentially two forms. One fitted with a 500cc Velocet engine, another fitted with Royal Enfield's mighty 750cc Interceptor 2 power unit. But unfortunately, while a small number of Velocet engine machines were completed, Floyd Clymer would die before the project could really reach its full potential. During the 70s and 80s, the company would be well known for its lightweight trials machines, which would garner the company a considerable amount of competition success. And while the machines were indeed popular, the company would also produce a range of lightweight scooters and mopeds. But it was the scooter branch of the market which really took hold for Italjet, where by the early 2000s, Italjet were offering something truly different in the scooter market, with the machines offering truly unique styling and a lattice frame chassis to boot. But individualistic and success don't always go hand in hand, and the company would fold in 2015, before later being reborn under Chinese ownership. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it interesting. Look out, there will be more videos in the series coming soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, thank you very much for watching.